All right, so let's continue to talk about cubics in this form. So we're being asked to sketch the graph of the function, labeling all key features. So that means point of inflection and our x and y intercepts. So let's give this a go. So here is our graph right here. The first thing I'm going to do is write down what my point of inflection is going to be. And I know that my point of inflection is going to be 2, 4. And I can read that straight off. So I know that this -2 here means 2 here, and this +4 here means 4 there. Really important that you're able to do that. Next thing, let's find what our x-intercept is going to be. To find my x-intercept, I let y equal 0. So I'm going to get 0 is equal to x minus 2 cubed plus 4. Then I will minus 4 to both sides. I will get minus 4 is equal to x minus 2 cubed. The next thing that I am going to do is cube root both sides. Now, this is where people get a little freaked out because I can cube root -4. I can't square root -4. I can't square a negative, but I can cube root -4. Now, I don't know what the answer to that is going to be. It will be a decimal or something, but I know that I can do it. And that's the most important thing. You can cube root a negative. So that means I'm going to be left with x minus 2. So you can see what I've done there is I have gotten rid of the cube on this side. If I was to take an extra step here, we know what cube rooting is. A cube root is the same as raising something to 1/3. We know that that rational indice is the same thing as a cube root. So what we have done here is this. So if I was to show you, what we've done is we have raised this to 1/3 and we've done the same to the other side. And by doing that, 3 times 1/3 is just 1. And that's how we've gotten to here. So we've gotten rid of this 3 here by making it 1, by timesing it by 1/3, and we've done the same to the other side there. That's what we've done. Again, we don't know what that is exactly, but we know we can do it, and that's the most important thing. Then we're going to plus 2 to both sides, so I'm going to get the cube root of -4 plus 2 is equal to x. So that is going to be my x-intercept. My x-intercept is going to be the cube root of -4 plus 2, 0. That is going to be my x-intercept. Kind of ugly, yes, but that's what it's going to be. We'll talk more about that when we come to sketching it, but for now, as long as you know that that is what the x-intercept is going to be, that's the important part. Let's now talk about the y-intercept. So that's my x. Let's now talk about the y. The y is easier to find. So let us partition this off. We're now going to find what the y-int is going to be. That is found when x is equal to 0. So I'm going to get y is equal to, I'm going to put 0 there, minus 2 cubed plus 4. That's going to be y is equal to -2 cubed plus 4. -2 cubed is going to be -8 plus 4. Y is going to be equal to -4. So that means what my y-intercept is going to be is 0, -4. Like this. Perfect. Now that we've got our y-intercept and we've got our x-intercept and we've got our point of inflection, we have all our key points and we can try to give this thing a sketch to the best of our abilities. Okay, so I'm going to begin by saying that here is 2, here is 4. So this is where my point of inflection is going to be. It's going to be a flat point. It's then going to go up and then it's going to come down to look something like that. Now this isn't perfect, but it's good enough for our purposes. This is going to be 2, 4. We have to label what this x-intercept is going to be. This x-intercept here is going to be, and I might zoom in here, the cube root of -4 plus 2, 0. That's what it's going to be. And then this point over here is going to be 0, -4. That's my y-intercept. So there you go. I have both my x and y intercepts labeled like such. One of the things that you may be thinking as when I drew this was, how did I know that this was on the right hand side? So it was to the right of my origin. And the reason why I knew that is because I know that the cube root of 8 is 2. So that means the cube root of 4 has to be less than 2. And therefore it has to be positive because I'm plussing 2 to it. So that intuition will kind of build as you go along. Also, you can kind of just make sense by how the graph looks like itself. I know it can't possibly exist on this side because my graph would look all funky. All right, that is about it. Hopefully all that made sense on how I drew that. And I will pause the video here and go into the next one in the next one. All right, see you soon.